So, got a question. As you're driving, how do you turn left, or let alone how do you turn right? Kind of a thought here, and I'm kind of see if I can get this through. So, when you're driving a car, you turn your steering wheel and you go left, you go right. Okay, but how does the input go from mind, hand, wheel, steering wheel, to the car actually turning? So in a, say, typical front-wheel drive vehicle, you will have something called a strut. And then that is part of your suspension system, and that's what holds the wheel knuckle together, the strut's hooked to the top of the knuckle, and then the top of the strut tower is connected to the vehicle. At the bottom of the knuckle is what's known as a ball joint, and we talked about them, and as you turn, it pivots on the ball joint. But where does it pivot on the top? Well, on the top of the strut tower, there is a pivot plate. Okay, and that plate holds the load of the vehicle, and it permits the vehicle to turn. So there is a lot of pressure on that component. It requires the component to do a lot to be able to supply the turn that you need. So I want you to think about that. So as you turn, the top of the strut tower has to turn so that the vehicle's wheels will point in a new direction, and so that you can proceed to go in the other direction. On all of that, it takes a lot of load on the ball joint at the bottom and the strut turn plate at the top. And you know what? Life's kind of the same way. When you find yourself going down the path of life and you got to make a course correction and turn, it takes a lot of pressure or work to change the direction you're going. So at times it's going to be hard, it's going to be difficult, but it's going to be worth it, because no road is fun that is straight. Even a drag race, you have to turn eventually. Okay? Even out on the salt flats and try to set a land speed record, you're eventually gonna have to turn. So be prepared. Make sure that you're ready for it. You're not alone. God loves you. I love you. And until we ride again, thank you.